Guys, what's going on? Dr. Gonzo, old Boogie here again, back for another update video, and I got a lot of awesome stuff to show you guys in this video. It's actually been probably about a month since my last update video. I've just been busy working on other videos and working and doing other stuff, and I just haven't had time to put an update up in a month or so, so I'm glad I'm finally getting this video up here. Yeah, actually, if you guys missed my Connecticut HorrorFest videos, definitely make sure you guys go and check those out. I'll leave links to both of those in the description for this video. But a few weeks ago, as some of you guys probably already know, I went to a horror convention around the area that I live in called the Connecticut HorrorFest, and it was awesome. You guys can check out all the awesomeness in those two videos there. But I met George Romero, and I got autographs from the actresses from the first Evil Dead movie. Just awesome stuff there. And actually, I had so much fun there that I plan on going to another horror convention actually in October. I'm going on October 15th on a Saturday. It's called Rock and Shock, and it's kind of like a heavy metal concert thing mixed in with a horror convention, but they're split up between two different buildings, I think. So me and my friends are just going to the horror convention, and there's going to be some awesome people there. Malcolm McDowell from Clockwork Orange and Rob Zombie's Halloween films is going to be there. Danielle Harris is going to be there from Halloween 4 and 5 and a bunch of other cool stuff. And also Bill Moseley is going to be there. I'm so excited that I might be able to meet him. So me and my friends are real excited about going to this. And just like the last convention that I went to, I'm probably going to make a video when I'm there, and I'll do a video where I show you guys the stuff that I picked up. But I got a ton of stuff to show here, so I'm just going to get going on this update here. And actually, the first stuff that I'm going to show you guys are the 3 Blu-rays that I picked up at the Connecticut Horror Fest. Just in case some of you guys only watch my update videos, I figured I would show these off in this video also. But actually, other than the Vinegar Syndrome releases, I have some awesome Arrow Video stuff to show you guys. Some really cool Blu-rays that I picked up at Walmart. A couple random DVDs and a VHS tape. So without to waste any more time, I'm just going to get going and show you guys the stuff that I picked up recently. So first off here are the Vinegar Syndrome releases that I picked up at the Connecticut Horror Fest. So some of you guys might have already seen these. So first off here we have Madman. It's a really good, well, not a really good, but a pretty good 80s slasher movie. Very low budget, very cheesy, but I had a lot of fun watching this. Galen Ross from Dawn of the Dead, I think that's her name, is in this movie. Really cool to see her in another horror movie. Next up here we have Don't Go in the Woods Alone. It's a really cheeseball slasher movie, kind of like a backwoods killer who kills people who are like going on hikes and other stuff. This is a really, really cheesy, almost to the point where it's a little bit funny movie, but I think some people who aren't used to watching really cheesy and B movies probably won't like this slasher movie too much, but I thought this was pretty good stuff. Alright, and then last up here for the Vinegar Syndrome releases is Graduation Day, and this was another cool 80s slasher movie, early 80s low-budget slasher movie. Really glad to pick these up because I love 80s slasher movies, so I'm really glad I was able to add 3 more to my collection. Alright, but next up here I'm going to show you guys the Arrow video releases. So first off here are a couple UK Arrow video releases, and I did already show these off in a package unboxing video that I posted up probably like a week or 2 ago. But again, I figured I would show these off anyways, just in case you guys missed that video. So first off here is Mario Bava's A Bay of Blood. Really cool stuff here. This is like a proto-slasher basically from the 70s. Just can't go wrong with Mario Bava. Just such an awesome director. Next up here is City of the Living Dead, and this is a Lucio Fulci movie. It's a pretty good zombie movie, I would say. Very weird zombie movie, but still a really cool movie to watch. City of the Living Dead. And then next up here are a couple US Arrow video releases. I picked these up at the FYE, that is somewhat close to where I live. So first off here is another Mario Bava film, and this is Blood and Black Lace. And actually I picked up the steelbook for this a few months ago when that first came out, and the Steelbook is awesome. I love collecting the Arrow video Steelbooks, but I just liked this release so much too that I wanted to pick this one up also. So really glad to pick this one up. Actually, the Steelbook is only a 1-disc release, and this release is a 3-disc set, so I thought I couldn't go wrong with getting this also. And just the artwork on this is really good too. I almost think the artwork on this is a little bit better than the Steelbook, but I love Steelbooks, so I can't wait for Arrow to put out more Steelbooks. I know they have a Driller Killer Steelbook coming out soon, and a Steelbook for the Burning. I'm pretty sure the Burning Steelbook is only a UK release and it's sold out right now, but the Driller Killer one you guys can still order. I actually pre-ordered that already, but I'm not going to be getting that until like around Christmas time. That movie doesn't come out till like November 28th or something like that, but really cool looking Steelbook, the Driller Killer one, if you guys haven't checked that out yet. Alright, and then last for the Arrow video releases is sort of a box set here. This is the Bloodbath set. This movie has a very interesting and I would say confusing production history. I can't remember all of it off the top of my head, but this started out as like a Roger Corman film. He paid somebody to make film, I think it was like in France or something like that, to make some sort of like crime action film, and he didn't really like the way it came out. So he had Jack Hill and a couple other directors add scenes to it. So this movie has gotten like 3 or 4 different releases to it, and this set actually has all 4 releases of this movie. The only version of the movie that I checked out so far is the one actually called Bloodbath, and it was pretty good. I would say it reminded me of a couple other horror movies. It kind of reminded me of A Bucket of Blood, I think. It's whatever the Roger Corman one is, where the guy's like an artist and he's killing people to make the artwork. It's like a similar plot to this one too. I thought it was pretty good actually. For the choppy production history this movie had, I didn't really notice too much when I was watching it, and it still came off as a pretty good horror movie. It's a pretty nice set too. Comes with a booklet and a poster. So Arrow Video just, I'm so obsessed with Arrow Video releases right now. They just do an awesome job with every movie they put out. Definitely my favorite movie Blu-ray releases that have been coming out lately have been the Arrow Video releases. Just really awesome stuff. Alright, next up here, I picked this one up at like a Dollar General for a couple bucks. This is Prometheus, the Ridley Scott film. I actually used to have this on DVD, but I don't have it anymore. So I figured I'd pick it up on Blu-ray because I know the sequel to this movie is coming out soon, which is also a prequel to Alien. So I'm probably going to pick the next Prometheus film up when that comes out on Blu-ray, so I figured I might as well get the first one on Blu-ray too. I actually like this film. I, of course, don't like it as much as Alien or Aliens, but I still think that this is a pretty good newer sci-fi movie. Alright, and then next up here I have a bunch of releases from Walmart. I actually been buying a ton of stuff at Walmart lately. Usually I don't pick up too much stuff at Walmart because they just have the same stuff they always have, and they get newer releases too, but I don't pick up too many newer releases except like for weirder old horror movies that you can only buy like off the computer and stuff. So usually I don't pick up too much at Walmart, but lately they had some really cool stuff, and that usually has to do with Halloween time. Usually around Halloween time Walmart will get some pretty cool stuff. So if you guys are looking to pick up some horror movies, definitely check out Walmart. They got some cool stuff there. But this is the first thing that I picked up at Walmart. This is an Aliens set. They actually put out an Alien set very similar to this last year. I actually have that in my collection. And if I ever get around to doing a video where I show you guys all my Alien films, which I have done before, but I haven't done in a while, I'll definitely show you guys both of those box sets and the way they look together, because they look very similar. But this is the 35th anniversary, or actually the 30th anniversary edition of Aliens. Really cool release here. I actually really like the artwork here, and it just comes with like a basic Blu-ray copy of Aliens. Then it comes with a booklet and a comic book and some production stills. It comes with some stuff like that. I actually haven't taken a really good look at the at the random stuff it comes with, but there's kind of like a picture of it. Really awesome here, though. The Alien films are just some of my favorite sci-fi films ever, so anytime I see a cool release for any of the Alien films, I always feel like I gotta pick it up. And this was only like 10 bucks at Walmart for this nice Blu-ray set here, so definitely worth it. Alright, but next up here, I actually picked up 5 of these Universal Monster glow-in-the-dark limited edition releases that Walmart had, and these are really cool. They have these for 10 bucks each at Walmart, and I'm obsessed with the Universal Monsters, so I felt like I had to pick these up. There's actually, I think, 3 more that I didn't pick up, and I might pick those up over the weekend, because they're only 10 bucks each, which isn't a bad price. These are actually just re-releases of a basic Universal Monster Blu-ray release, but they put a really cool glow-in-the-dark slipcover on front of these. And the weird thing is, I think only certain Walmarts are putting these out, because I actually have 3 Walmarts in my area, and out of all those, only one of the Walmarts had these. And actually, when I checked eBay to see how much these were going for, people are already selling these for like 20, 30 bucks when you can buy them for 10 bucks at Walmart. So I'm actually glad that I picked these up, because for some reason I feel like they might be rare, mostly just for the slipcovers, of course. But these are the releases I'm talking about. I'll show you guys what they look like next to each other. I got the Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, and Wolfman releases. And these are just really cool looking releases. I'll go through and show you guys each one. First off here is Dracula. And these limited edition glow-in-the-dark releases kind of remind me of, just recently Walmart put out a series of pop art releases on Blu-ray and DVD, and these sort of remind me of that. They even have like a similar sticker, which won't focus for some reason. But the sticker says glow-in-the-dark on it, but really cool stuff here. But these are the releases underneath, just these really basic Universal Monster Blu-ray releases. But actually, I didn't have any of the Universal Monster films on Blu-ray, so I thought this was a perfect reason to upgrade the Blu-ray on some of these, even though I do know that the Legacy collections, the Universal Monster Legacy collections, are getting Blu-ray releases in October, so I probably will pick those up too. But like I said, I'm just such a big Universal Monster fan that I don't mind just picking up stuff like this, because ever since I was a little kid, I've been collecting Universal Monster stuff, so just so glad to see some cool releases of these movies at Walmart, or at any store, actually. So that's Dracula. Got Frankenstein here, one of my favorite movies of all time. The Bride of Frankenstein, another one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Just classic stuff here. This movie is almost better or just as good as the original Frankenstein movie. Just really love these slipcovers here. Next up here is The Mummy. And last for the Universal Monsters is The Wolfman. Again, really awesome stuff. I actually just watched The Wolfman last night. I'm having a little bit of a Universal Monster marathon to get me pumped up for Halloween. So, again, perfect timing to pick these up when I'm actually doing a little Universal marathon right now. It's really cool stuff right here. And actually, other than the Universal Monsters, there was more releases in this glow-in-the-dark series on DVD. They had Child's Play 2, for some reason, with a limited edition glow-in-the-dark slipcover. They had Halloween 2 with the slipcover. They had some Dracula movie. I can't remember exactly which one, but it was some Dracula movie that Universal produced, I think, in like the 70s. They had that one with a cover, but also they had one of my favorite movies ever with the cover, so I had to pick it up, but they only had it on DVD. If they had this on Blu-ray, I would have picked it up too. But this is An American Werewolf in London with the glow-in-the-dark artwork. Love this. It has the orange and black colors to it, which are just, those colors just remind me of Halloween. I'm sure they remind everybody of Halloween, but just a really cool release here. I love American Werewolf in London. There's actually a new Blu-ray release, a restored edition or something like that of American Werewolf in London coming out, I think next week, so I plan on picking that up too. So I'll probably have another American Werewolf in London release, probably in my next update. But it's just one of my favorite horror movies of all time. If you guys have not seen this, this is honestly, in my opinion, the best werewolf ever made. Not only is it a witty and cool movie, but it's just a really great horror movie. One of the best 80s horror movies ever, and the 80s had like the best horror movies. So it's like, in my opinion, this beats a lot of other great films that came out of the 80s. Just such an awesome film here, and written and directed by John Landis, who did a lot of comedy films. This is one of the only really horror movies he did, but there's still a lot of comedy mixed in, but it's still a really scary movie, so it's balanced really well. I think this is John Landis' best film, and again, like I've said a dozen times in this video and in previous videos, just one of my favorite movies ever, An American Werewolf in London. And I think I already showed it, but underneath this, just like the basic full moon edition of the movie, or whatever you call it. But cool stuff anyway. I really like these slip covers. But I did mention the Walmart pop art series, and in my last update video, if you guys saw, I picked up the Psycho and the Birds Blu-ray releases from that Walmart pop art series, which I really like those releases. I think those are some of the best cover arts that have been put on Psycho and Birds Blu-rays. Just really good stuff. But they had some DVDs too, just like with the glow-in-the-dark ones. And this one didn't have a Blu-ray release, but it had the DVD release, if that makes any sense. And I picked up the Army of Darkness pop art release from Walmart, just because I love Army of Darkness and the Evil Dead series. So I figured I couldn't go wrong with this. And it was only like $5. So I was like, why not add another copy of Army of Darkness to my collection? And this is just the, forgot the name of the edition. The Screwhead edition, which I had never picked up before, but this is just a repackaging of the Screwhead edition. But still, for some reason, I think it's pretty cool. Alright, that was it for the Blu-rays and the DVDs, but like I said, I do have one VHS tape to show you guys, and I picked this up at a Goodwill that just opened up around the area that I live in, and they didn't really have anything in there, but I was digging around the tapes, and I found a pretty cool gem buried beneath all the random crap they had in there. And this is Lucio Fulci's Black Cat. This is the I actually have the Arrow video release of this, and I didn't think it was Lucio Fulci's best movie. I thought it was kind of boring actually, but it was still decent. Still a decent horror film, I guess what I'm trying to say. But I just thought it was a little bit boring. But still, this tape really cool looking here. And I love getting, like, especially giallos or Italian horror films on VHS tape, so I was really glad to add this one to my collection. This is like an old media tape here, and it's in really good condition for being a tape released in, like, the late 80s or something like that. Really cool stuff there. But, alright guys, that was it for this update video, and like always, if you guys enjoyed it, definitely give this video a big thumbs up, or leave a comment, or subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys next time.